Hello everybody, welcome to my Pilates workout today. We are going to start stood up on our feet, but we will be going down onto the floor, so you will need something soft beneath you. So we're going to start on the back edge of our mat with some roll downs out to some press ups. So we're going to come with our feet under our hips, soft knees, neutral spine, shoulders back and down. Okay, we take a deep breath in, we drop our chin to our chest, and then slowly roll down. Hands are on the thighs, sliding down, hands on the shins, bending the knees, hands onto the mat, and walk it out. Now we're going to do some press ups here. Hands are about the width of your mat. You can be up in a full press up with your feet off, with your knees off the floor like I am, or you can drop to your knees, entirely up to you. We're going to do 4 press ups here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you push your bottom up to the ceiling, walk your hands back, keeping the knees bent, walk the hands back to the feet, and then chin to chest, rolling up. Shoulder roll back, and then we're going to do that again. So we repeat what we've done before, nice and slow and controlled, all the way down, out. Again, if you want to drop to your knees, absolutely fine. 2, 3, 4. Okay, again, push your bottom to the ceiling, walk your hands back, keeping the knees bent, and roll up. Okay, we're going to do that one more time, and we're going to stay down on the floor. So this is the last time we are going to be on our feet. Off we go. Chin to chest, navel to spine, roll it down, rounding the spine, bent knees, hands to the floor. Last 4 press ups, guys. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Drop to the knees, release the toes, sink back into a little child pose. Okay guys, from here we're going to come into a plank hold. We're going to do it on our forearms. So bring your forearms down onto your mat with your palms facing down. Easiest option is to keep your feet on, your knees on the floor, otherwise your knees will be off the floor and you'll be in a long straight plank. Looking down at your mat, pulling your tummy in nice and tight up to your spine, squeeze your bottom, push back into those heels. So we're breathing nice and steadily, in and out. Just holding here as strong as we can. Check your elbows are under your shoulders. Lovely. That's it. Focus on what you're doing. Keep the body nice and strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop to those knees, guys. Release the toes. Again, take that little child pose stretch, and then we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So, all fours position, knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. We're going to come into a little Superman stretch first. So we're going to take our one arm, I'm taking my left arm out in front, and then the opposite leg, extend it behind. So we're reaching away with those limbs, aiming to get the arm at shoulder height and the leg at hip height, and then we hold it completely still. Focus on keeping as still as a statue and breathing normally. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to drop the leg back onto the knee And we're going to bring our arm around to the side and then float it up to the ceiling. Follow it with your eyes. We're coming into a thread of the needle. So we're going to come down, palm faces up, take the arm under the body, getting that shoulder close to the floor, and then float it up. So a nice flowing movement. Getting as much movement as you can into that shoulder joint. Good, last one. And then bring that hand back down. Good. Quick stretch back. Feel free to release your wrists if you want this in little circles. Release that pressure on those wrists. And then we'll come back and do everything on the other side. So that Superman reach to start with, navel into the spine, looking down, extend your arm out, extend it out as long as you can at shoulder height, and then take your opposite leg and extend it behind you, level with the hip. Now again, it's a really good balance exercise. Keep as still as you can, breathe in normally. Good. 3, 2, 1. Take the leg back down onto the knee and take your arm around to the side. Okay, float it up to the ceiling, look where it's going. And then we're going to thread it through, palm faces up, bringing that shoulder down low, bending the supporting arm, and then float it back up. So a nice flow in motion. Good. Lovely. This is the last one. All the way through. Float it back up and then place it down. Good. Last little child pose stretch. Stretch those arms away. And then if you want, and bring them down by your sides. Release the wrists. Good. Okay, we're going to come to sit-in now. We're going to do a saw. So we're sitting on our mat. Legs are extended out, and then you're going to open them. They don't have to be super wide, just make sure they're wider than the hips. So we're going to make sure that we've got all our flabby bits pulled out. And we've got a nice long straight back, navel in tight to the spine. Now we want to think about extending the legs out long, flexing the feet up to the ceiling, and at the same time pushing the legs down into the ground. Okay. So we're going to start with our arms out, extended out shoulder height. The movements are twist, reach that hand to the opposite foot, come back up and back to the center. And then we go the other way. So we rotate, reach, come up and center. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, and in, and again. Good, so you want to make sure that as you twist and reach, your other side of your pelvis stays on the floor. Yeah, so your bottom, both sides of your bottom need to stay grounded. Well done, let's do one more each side. Twist, reach, up, center. Twist, reach, up, and center. Well done, rest those arms down. Nice little shoulder roll. Bring the legs together. And then we're going to come to sitting on the front end of our mat now. Making sure you've got room to lie down very shortly. We're going to start with our feet on the floor, knees bent. So again, we want to think about having that long straight back, navel in nice and tight to the spine. We're going to start with our arms out in front of us, and we're going to roll halfway back. So we've got to think about tipping our chin to our chest, and then round in the back as we go back onto our lower back. Breathing out as we go back, and then breathe in as we come up, and then we repeat that. Lovely, nice flowing movement. Go back as far as you can. Good. We're going to do the same again, but we're going to hold it at the bottom of the movement. So come back, roll halfway back. And here we hold, and come back up. Let's do that again. Roll back, hold, and up. Now with the hold, we're going to lift our leg, our foot off the floor. So we come back, left and right, and come up. And again, guys, you're doing well. Breathe out as you go back. 2 normal breaths as you lift the leg, and deep breath in as you come up. And again, back, lift, and up. We're going to do one more. Lift, and up. Good. Just take that little stretch forward, round in the spine, forward over the legs. Okay. Now we're going to roll ourselves all the way down to lion. So if you can, arms out in front. If not, have them behind your knees to support you. And very, very slowly, breathing out, 1 vertebrae at a time, under control. All the way down. Good. Stretch out as long as you can. Full body stretch. Nice deep breath in. And out. Bringing the arms down by your sides, and your feet are going to come onto the floor. Bent knees. Okay, let's quickly find our neutral spine here. So you want to just tip that pelvis backwards, so you're pushing your back into the mat, and tummy button, navel pulls down into the spine. So I want you to keep those contractions, making sure you can breathe normally. We are going to do some single leg circles. So one leg stays on the floor in the position that it's in, and then you're going to bring the other leg off the floor. Okay, so at the moment I've got my knee over the hip, and that's where it's going to stay. I'm going to straighten my leg up. Easier option, keep your knee bent. I'm going to straighten mine, so I've got a long straight leg, toes are pointed, and my leg is over the hip, arms rested at the sides. So without moving any other part of the body, we're going to make some little circles on the ceiling using our big toe as our pencil. So here we go. So you want to make sure everything else stays still. You might want to have your hands on either side of your hips so you can feel if there's any movement. So you need to be listening to your body. If you've got that stability and everything is nice and still, nothing moves, you can start to make your circle bigger. If you haven't, if you feel that your pelvis is moving, keep your circle small. Okay, we're going to change direction. So exactly the same thing, other way round. Still maintaining our neutral spine, our back is firmly into the mat, and our navel is pulling in to the spine. Nice steady breathing. Let's make this the last circle. Back over the hips, and then bend the knee, giving that knee a little hug. Okay, we've got the other side to do now. So reset, neutral spine, lift the other leg away from the floor, knee over the hip, straighten the leg if you can, completely straight, toes pointed. Okay, we start to make our little circle. So make sure that the movement is coming from this hip joint. It's very easy with this exercise just to keep your leg still and circle the ankle, which doesn't do you any good at all. So it's good to point the toes and make sure your movement is coming from this joint. And again, you decide if you want to make your circle bigger, as long as you've got that stability. Now let's change direction. Circle the other way. Good. Last one. Back to the center and then knee into the chest, giving a little hug. Okay, bring that leg back down onto the floor with the other one. Okay, we're going to work into our obliques now, the sides of our waist. So with some oblique curls, and we're going to take it up a level to a crisscross. So there are different levels with this exercise. We will start off basic and then I'll take you up to a more advanced or intermediate level. Okay, so we're going to start by taking our hands behind our head. Make sure you're supporting your head with those hands. Yeah, try and keep your elbows back. Neutral spine. And as I said, very basic. We're just going to start with some oblique curls. Reaching across. So you're trying to take as much of that shoulder off the floor, releasing the center, and then the other way. Good. So you want to reach with that elbow. We're breathing out at the top of the movement. Breathe in as you rest down. So this is your very basic level. Taking it up a level, guys, we lift the leg. You're still reaching that shoulder across. So you don't want to bring the knee in too far. You want to be lifting your upper body and really working the side of those waists. Good. Now we take it up another level, guys. This becomes into our crisscross here. Elbow to the knee, the other leg hovers. Twist, twist, twist. So you extend that leg out as far as you can, hover it off the floor. Back stays pushing down into the mat. Good. We're doing well. We're nearly there. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bring the knees into the chest and rest your head down. Good. Give those knees a really good hug. And then bring your feet down onto the floor. Take your arms out nice and wide. And we're just going to stretch out the sides of that waist after doing that. So we're just going to let the knees drop over to the floor under control. Go over together, making sure this opposite shoulder stays on the floor. And then take them over to the other side. So we're just feeling that nice stretch down the side here. Good, we'll do one more each side. Last one. And then bring ourselves back to the center, guys. Okay. Bring your knees back into the chest. We're just going to take a little rock forward and backwards. Bring ourselves safely up to sitting. And that is the end of today's workout. So I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe to my channel Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Tell all your friends and family about it. And I will see you again next time. Bye for now.